This here is the kind of stuff I'm holding on to. Someone send help, please. Hi everyone, I've just finished cleaning the craft room. Following on from yesterday's video, I did promise that I will show you all around and give you a clean craft room tour. If you have missed yesterday's video, I suggest you do check it out because you will be able to appreciate just how much progress I've made and how clean the craft room is now compared to how it was before. So I will include a iCard up here, but later on towards the end of the video, so make sure you do check it out. So this is the entrance of the room, and here, okay, this is just a box I received today from a Hobbycraft order that I made following on from the sale video that I posted about 2 days ago. So you will see an unboxing video for the haul, so keep an eye out for that. But this is basically where I sit and film when I'm making a craft. This is the area, and I have just bought this stool. It's actually like for fishing, but it's just so handy. It's comfortable to sit on and it's really small, and I could just put it away really easily. So look at all of that space. I am loving it, how much space I've got here. I haven't had this much space since pretty much I've moved in, so I'm just so happy. It is such a difference. So I've left everything up here how it was because I thought it's fine there. It didn't need changing, and all of this has been completely changed and just so much clearer. So I'll show you all the first shelf. It's got my candlestick holders and my terrarium holders, some baubles, more baubles here, and some planters. Then I have my LED lights here, some bowls, just things that I make terrariums in and fairy gardens, my lantern, a few other things here. Oh, someone's just interrupted us. I'm filming. And then here I've got my mirrors, some clocks that are broken that I'm going to be making. I've got one project planned, which is an Alice in Wonderland project, so really looking forward to that. It's one of my bigger projects, and the last project I made for Alice in Wonderland was pretty big as well, so looking forward to that. I've got all my frames here, all of my mirrors, my shadow boxes, all nice and just sorted out. And then here I've got some more pots, some big pots. Here I've got some boards, some flour and rice, all of this stuff like I use for the sock crafts. Then here, someone's already nosing, I've got some soil and all of my garden gloves and some substrate, some sand. And then here I have all my rolls, so my cellophane and my artificial grass. And then here I've got some shells. I'm going to be using these when summer crafts come in. And it's just a lot more tidier, guys. I wish I had more space. Like, this is packed out, but I can at least see what there is and I can still get everything out. I've put the freaky clown in that corner there. And I've got some bonnets for next Easter and baskets. And then these stuff I brought from the charity shop. And I've got a project in plan for that and that one there. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with the rest. And then coming down to here, I've got all of my glassware, again for terrariums and things like that. And I've got a candle holder here too. And I brought this from the charity shop, and I've got a Harry Potter craft DIY for that. And then the same here. This is all just jars. And then here I've got my little teacups and some more glassware. Gosh, I do have a lot, don't I? And then here I've got my soil, some gravel, stones, things like that, and moss in here. So now you can see all of that is bare. That was just stuffed, just no space whatsoever. All of this had no space here. All of this, it is full, but now it's definitely more organized. If I take a step back, you'll be able to see it looks a lot more organized compared to how it was before, that's for sure. And this is really the best I can do with the space that I have. I've been debating whether to go through my drawers because I did do that in a previous video, but I do have a lot more things now. But I'm thinking, I don't know, should I do it, guys? Do you really want to know what's in here? I think that I will show a few drawers, maybe the ones that I didn't show in the previous video. If you want to see all of the drawers and what's inside them, then you can check that video out, and I will also include that on the iCards towards the end of the video. I need to show you all. I've got a craft that I haven't shown yet, which is called shrink plastic. I don't know if some of you have heard of it, but when you shrink the plastic, then there's like these options, so you can put them on pins and paper clips and use them as hair accessories and stuff. So that's mainly what this drawer is for, and my jewelry making. This was called plush because I actually had those in there before, but because they're so big, because they're toy stuffing, it's really hard to open the drawers. So I've decided just to put all of my materials in here, my ribbons, my bows, my lace, my burlap, just things like that. And I don't think I had this drawer before, I can't remember. Well, it's definitely more full now. I've got basically some candle molds in here. This was actually bought from Poundland, but I'm going to be pouring a candle in there. And then a big star. This was also from Poundland in the reduced section, so I got this for like 50p. And it's a mold and it's a really big star. And I'm going to be using that for some candles. You can also use these for chocolates, you can also use them for cakes, you can also use them for soap. So there's a lot you can do with these molds once you purchase them. And then if you get some smaller molds, you can also use them for UV resin or epoxy resin to make jewelry and things like that. So I've got a really nice mold here. It's like a rose mold, and I need to make a video, probably make some candles in that or some soap for Mother's Day. And then tools, I think I showed that in the previous video really quick. It's just, yeah, all of my tools. This is quite packed out. Batteries in here, some wire, some string. It's really a mix of things, but somehow I know all that's in there. I have labelled it, so I've tried to put a few things of what's in there, but it's got way more than that now. And this is sort of like another other. This is literally just a mix of everything. So if I have more drawers, I'm probably going to organise that more. But you know, like when you have one or two things and they don't really need a whole shelf or drawer for themselves. So this is like that. That's just everything that is sort of a one-off that doesn't need its own department, so to speak. And this is lettering. I don't think I had this before. So I've got all sorts, some stencils, some stamps, some sticker type of lettering, some wooden lettering. So that's quite a lot in there. These are just paintbrushes in here, canvases, spray paint, and puffy paint in here. And I think, yeah, just some other kind of paints like glow in the dark and things that you paint, what they're called, completely forgot. It's like glass, I don't know, guys, it's completely disappeared from my mind right now. Some watercolour and ready mixed paints and glittery paints in there. Some acrylic paint in here, and all of my stationery in there, and then just all my tapes, staplers, scissors, things like that, craft knife. And here is my gels for artificial water. I have my epoxy resin here. I haven't actually filmed a video using epoxy resin, so I've got that still to do, and all of my glues up there. And then in this drawer I have my UV resin things, and I think I showed you guys this maybe in the other video. It's really hard for me to remember, but I did show this in the UV resin video that I did make. So I've got all my little sequins and jewels and the actual UV resin bottles. And then in here I've got my jewelry making things. These jewels aren't going to be you know, the neatest thing you've seen. But all here I have my chains at the back, all of my earrings and rings and things like that. And then here I've got my stones and gems, some deco stones and sand again. These are really fine. And then some more stones here. These actually glow in the dark. And a few more. Then I've got these flowers, different types of flower heads, and some are made of foam, some are made of paper. I actually need to get a few more of these, but they were out of stock on Hobbycraft. And then these are my artificial snow, so I've got some salt there and some tea lights, some lights, just a few things like that. Artificial snow really, and lights are in here. Valentine's drawer. This is really hard to open, so I'm going to need to use another drawer for that. And then a Halloween drawer. And then my Easter drawer. Again, this is quite hard to open, but I've already got 3 Easter drawers, so I don't know why I have so much for Easter. I've only got one for Halloween and one for Valentine's. I've got 3 for Easter and still running out of space. I also have one for Christmas, and this is quite full as well. And then my terrarium trees and things like that. So these are the miniature sort of things, little fences and my miniature trees. And then all of this is pretty much moss, so all sorts of shades and different types. Artificial plants in here, and then some more artificial plants. And then all of these are sort of my little figurines. And those are for like my fairy gardens and mainly terrariums and stuff and miniature scenery. And then it's the same for here. I've got bigger ones here. And then I've got some buildings and little miniature cups. I'm trying to go through these quickly because I did go in depth a little bit more in the other video that I have mentioned. So this is my fairy drawer, one of my favourites. And then these are for squishies, so foam, and that's something I want to give a little makeover to. And then here I've got my gems and my paper, sort of craft things, and clay and some stamps. And then all of these are like embellishments, some wooden ones. And then these are sort of kids crafts, so felt and pom-poms and pipe cleaners. I don't really use that drawer much. And then this is like special papers in here, so transfer paper, I can't remember, tattoo paper and things like that. This is, I haven't even labelled it, it's literally I think another drawer, because it's just a mix of stuff, random stuff. And then here's another, let me just move this so I could get here, another Easter drawer, and then another Easter drawer. Then this is woodcraft, so everything in here is all like wooden stuff that I need to give a makeover or sort of use it in a craft. And then all of these are my artificial flowers, and then artificial flowers in here. And then some more sponges for squishy making. And then I've got my plants up here, and I have put some stuff that I've made here so they've got a little bit more space. And all of these are on my channel. So the winter scene in a teacup, the cake squishies, the little Easter scene in a cup, the No Sue rabbit, and this, look what happened, it fell off, but yeah, the unicorn bauble, and the Bambi decor piece. That's really nice for kids nurseries or anything like that. And then the one behind there, which is super cute, it's like 2 bears kissing under a cherry tree. And then the Fabergé eggs at the back there. And then the jar full of little miniature presents there. And this is a little nest my cat brought in from the floor. I think it's really, really beautiful. It's an actual real nest. It's just amazing how intricate these things are. And little birds just like put them together. It's amazing. This was something as well that I've done on my channel. I've taken the plant out to use in a different project. And then you guys have seen all of this stuff here. These are all on my channel as well. The wedding decor, the fake water project with the polar bear in. And this wasn't on my project. This wasn't, sorry, on my channel. It's a bit hard to get through. Let me just... This was on my channel. But I'm going to make something like that because I haven't did that yet for my channel. So I think that that will be really nice to do. And then this here is the terrarium. That was on my channel. I've taken out the two deers, and look at how crazy this is, guys. Let me just get this out. Okay, so I've done nothing to this. Like, since I've made it, I've not even opened it, and it creates its own ecosystem. So can you see all of the condensation here? And on the stone there, if my camera zooms in, yeah, there you go. You can see all of the drops from the water on the pebble. It's just amazing. I just have such a love for terrariums. It's just amazing. If you don't have time, you've got no excuse. You just put this together and it will grow and do its own thing. Literally, there's nothing that you need to do. You make it and it's just like a 5-minute craft, and it looks so beautiful. Puts extra greenery in your home. And it's actually a really nice gift to give someone as well, especially if you put a little figurine in like I did in the actual DIY for this. And look at the moss. Let me show you guys. I mean, the fern has grown. This is all grown. It's actually so tall now. And it's a little bit hard to show you all the cameras and picking it up, but can you see all the moss there? It's quite tall. All growing towards the light. It's amazing. Okay, enough terrarium talk for now. So onto the last shelf here, I've got a mixture of things. Some this is like snow globes and artificial snow, and then I've got some artificial greenery on a wire and some foam bricks. So I'm going to show you guys how it looks a little bit further away, so you can get the whole picture and see the difference. All of this just had stuff all on the top. Everything was pouring out onto the floor. It's a lot bigger now as a room. Then we're coming up to here. This was also really full. Now I've got it bare, completely nothing on it. And I sorted all through here. So these are just some stamps and cards and writing sets and notebooks. And then underneath there, I've got some photo albums and some photo printing paper and a few stickers here. Can we just appreciate under the table here? I haven't had this table clear since I've moved in, because when I moved in I just put everything under here. So I had that massive box you saw at the beginning of the video with lots of junk that I was thinking that I'm going to need, but I haven't actually ever used anything from under there. But I did allow myself one bag, just one bag, guys, okay? One bag of things that I might use. So I've got a bottle which I will be using, I swear. You will see this on one of my videos very soon. And then I have a few other bits and bobs, and I don't know if I'm going to use this, okay? But it's a massive difference from one huge box down to just a bag of my essentials that I might keep. So if you find it hard to get rid of things and you're not sure what you're going to keep, just try to hold on to the bare minimum and, you know, downsize. Basically, guys, you want to downsize, and if you don't use it in 3 months, then you can just throw the whole lot away. And then I put this up here because, I don't know, I love greenery and nature, and I just thought it kind of looked nice. And I've sorted out all of my tables, so this is how my table looks now, where I sit and edit. And I showed you guys underneath the table. I'm really pleased with that. I've got more leg space. So that's everything, I think. These are all of my little, these are actually rubbers, the cactus. That's like a little squishy, but I can't get it out because it just picks up loads of fluff and hair. And then all of these are from Poundland here. And a message to you all. So that's everything. This is the whole done craft room tour. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. It's quite different to my crafty DIYs, but it's still within the craft area. And I thought I'd just mix it up. Sometimes it's nice to have some hauls and shop with me's and, you know, crafty DIYs and some tours around the house and things like that. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you watching and I really appreciate your support. Do let me know what you think in the comments section below. And if you aren't part of our Terrarium Crafts family, make sure you stay and press that subscribe button. Until next time, bye.